Well, before going to bed, I checked out the Captain Marvel trailer that dropped today, the next movie in the Marvel Universe cinematic series. And I gotta say, man, we're what, 10 years into these Marvel movies. And, they actually have a history of all their own, and they have an audience all of their own that transcends the comics. These are movie buffs people, people who like the movies, and maybe they'll check out a comic here and there or something, maybe not. But we know who these people are. And of course, we have the comic book fans who go to these movies and they pick up on the Easter eggs, the little gifts we get for being comic book fans in the backgrounds. I mean, come on, I saw Dum Dum Dugan in a movie, and I was really, I guess, geeking out more than anything when I saw that. And then I remember, the fact is when Iron Man came out, let's face it, he was not a household word. You know what I mean? That was not a household name. And now he is. A lot of people feel like Tony Stark is still the heart of these Marvel films. So a couple years later, after we had Thor movies, Captain America movies, an Avenger movie, Guardians of the Galaxy appeared, and I got the video where 6 months before the movie out, I kind of called out the speculation where people were feeling like, could this be Marvel's first flop? And my reaction was, it has a freaking raccoon with a machine gun. It's going to be a hit. And the problem was nobody knew who the character was. So we come out with Captain Marvel here, and it's another not well known character for the Muggles who don't read comic books and stuff. But there's a little bit more attached to this now that we're 10 years into these movies and with a few DC comic movies and stuff. One of the first things people are doing that I've seen, they're comparing it to Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was the first female led movie. Not true. But it was the first successful one. I think that's arguable. Um, you know, and now all of a sudden we have another one. Now I hate that it's transcended to what I'm seeing on there again, where it's like it's a woman. I think that's a non-issue, but that's important to people, and I'm not gonna be one of those people to call that out or argue about or anything like that. But the problem is that first of all, this is a Marvel movie. This was coming off the heels of Infinity War, um, you know, which was just fantastic. I mean, that was a freaking film. That this wasn't just a movie. 10 years of build up. It was just fantastic. So a movie coming off the heels of this should really, we had Avengers, we had Ant Man and Wasp. I didn't go see it, but this is the one that had, she had the secret scene. Her symbol came up in the secret scene for Avengers Infinity War. And right off the bat, after watching the trailer, I'm with everything else and everybody else I saw. I avoided spoilers, reviews, and that kind of thing, and it was boring, um, especially for something coming off the heat of Avengers. Um, I'm kind of at a little bit of a loss here, where I feel like the movie is going to make money, but I really feel like it's going to have a huge drop off the second weekend if they don't deliver. First of all, like I said, unfortunately, on some level, this is going to have to compete with Wonder Woman, which was a fantastic movie. Wonder Woman had a heart. She smiled. She was a great character. She was exciting. Everything we've seen with this actress here, Alison Brie Larson, there's a picture of her smiling on set. There's nothing here from the movie that I feel like is really going to connect with an audience with what they've shown so far. Amazingly enough, I haven't really seen too many people get in an uproar about in the trailer she punches an old woman. Looks like on a bus or something. I'm sure that's a scroll, or scroll like. Um, I'm not sure where the movie rights are with Fantastic Four and their universe is with Fox and stuff. But they do have a Fantastic Four comic book out, so that's a good sign that things might be moving forward. But anyway, so far with the trailer, the trailer alone would not, in my opinion, really sell the movie if this was out of the blue, if we didn't already have the established Marvel Universe and stuff. Um, so after seeing the trailer, it had the opposite effect on me. An effect I'd never really had about a trailer before. But there's a Shazam movie coming out, the original and, in my opinion, real Captain Marvel. I was really kind of disenchanted with that trailer because basically I felt like it was Tom Hanks' Big meets superhero. I was just like, please don't just retell Big in this movie. Captain Marvel needs more. There's a Black Adam movie supposed to be coming out, and Black Adam has been one of my favorite characters. And for a few years before Starman, my favorite character since 1980. So this trailer made me really kind of more excited to see the DC movie Captain Marvel slash Shazam movie. So hopefully maybe we'll get a second trailer from Marvel. Maybe we'll see more. Maybe we'll see some personality coming through. Because I'm telling you, in the comics over the last I don't know how long, couple years, this is a very unlikable character in the comics. She is borderline sociopath. She is has been turned into something. Uh, I don't know. She came out in the 70s as Miss Marvel, and when Captain Marvel died, I always felt like she should have taken up the name Captain Marvel way back when. She, in the comic books, she had a rich history. You know, she became binary, uh, which you have to read the X Men to understand what happened. But Rogue from the X Men ended up taking her powers permanently. She goes off into space, becomes binary, comes back to Earth, goes through some trials and tribulations, becomes Warbird in the Avengers when Kurt Busiek and George Perez were on it. She also was an alcoholic that overcame that. So there's a rich history, but then in the comic books, she's just not likable at all. So I really hope that with the pictures I'm seeing, that is not the way that they're going with this character. Unfortunately, all signs are pointing to that. All right, guys, just a few thoughts on that. Later.